Hey there, and welcome. I am your go-to makeup coach. I teach online professionals and thought leaders and brand builders how to leverage makeup as a tool to move their transformational message forward. And so I teach professionals how to do their own makeup like a professional so that they can show up as the face of their brand, looking the part of their success. And so today, I am going to demonstrate the 5 must-have makeup colors for a camera-ready look. And as you can see, I am completely colorless because I wanted to do this with you today. So welcome, I'm glad that you're here. So the 5 must-have colors are a palette that feature go-to shades for daytime, evening, or on-camera look. And I want to show you how these 3 colors can really elevate your appearance, make your face look brighter, and ultimately make you look and sound more excited as you are delivering your content and your transformational offers. So let's go ahead and get started. First rule of thumb is that you want to let your skin tone be your guide when choosing these colors. The deeper your skin tone, the more intense these colors have to be, vice versa. The lighter your skin tone, the less intense your colors have to be. If we de-intensify our colors too much, then that's when we start to look tired and dull and washed out, especially on camera. So the 5 must-have colors for a camera-ready look are as follows. Must-have color number 1 is your blush. So I am going to show you how when I apply my blush, it can just take my look from just blank and washed out to more bright and more vibrant. So blush is always the first stop. Your ideal blush shade, the best blush shade for you is basically the color that matches your naturally flushed look. So think like after a rigorous workout, or if you have been working outside, that sort of pink, or if you have a beige tone skin tone, maybe that like kind of peach look, or if you have a bronze skin tone, a more copper tone, that's gonna be the most flattering for you. So the first must-have color, number 1, is your blush shade, which is going to brighten and wake up your face. The second must-have color is your lip color. So your lip shade should feature your mood, your personality, your style. But general rule of thumb for your lip shade is it should be 1 to 2 shades deeper than your natural lip color. So I don't have any color on my lip right now. And so this is my favorite I like a neutral shade for every day, just out and about, running errands. And this is a perfect example of a shade that's about 2 shades deeper than my natural lip color. Now, I have an interview after this, and so I am gonna want to deepen this lip color for the camera. So if 1 to 2 shades deeper than your natural lip color is just sort of the general rule of thumb for optimizing your makeup look, you can go another shade deeper for the camera. So I'm just gonna apply a little deeper, higher contrast. I'm gonna have to apply a higher contrast lip stain over this neutral color just because I'm going to be on camera and I want my message to come across. And again, when they're paying attention to your lips, the likelihood is they're gonna be they're more likely to overhear your message. So I'm gonna deepen this just a little bit. And I'm adding a little bit more of a warm red. And again, this is ideal for camera. generally, if you think your lip shade is, you know, over the top for going to run errands and just going out and about, chances are it is just right for camera. As camera tends to make us look even more dull and washed out. So, okay, so must-have color number 1 is your blush shade. I'm gonna blend this too while I'm talking to you. Must-have color number 2 is your lip shade. Oh, and if you, little pro tip for you, well-applied blush shade and well-placed, well-defined lips are gonna bring out your eyes, which means less need for eye makeup. And if you're like me and less is more, then that's a good thing. Okay, so must-have color number 3 is your eyeshadow base shade. Okay, so your base shade, I'm gonna apply it all over my eyelid here. This color should be sort of a mid-tone shade, not too dark, not too light, that complements the natural color, the color of your eyes. So I have hazel green eyes. And so the most complementary colors for me are going to be the pinks and plums and lavenders. And so I have chosen a dusty rose shade for my base eyeshadow, must-have color number 3. And I'm going to apply it to just to my eyelid. And I don't know if you can tell in this light, but this pink, this red really brings out the green in my eyes. Can you see that? Can you see the difference? So you want a base shade that's really gonna make your eyes just sparkle. So that is our must-have color number 3. Now, if you are unsure about colors that, you know, the major question I get all the time is, what colors look best on me, Selena? And I always say, you want to pay attention to your natural coloring. So for instance, I want to work with my green eyes, and so I want to bring those out. And so I'm going to follow the color wheel and apply colors that are most complementary to green, which is red or pink. Another sort of deciding factor for you to determine your most complementary colors is to have a basic understanding of your skin's undertone, which is a little bit trickier than your skin tone. So skin tone is ivory, beige, bronze, ebony, or anywhere on the vast spectrum in between, okay? But your skin's undertone is a little trickier to determine, and it requires that you understand a little more of how your skin responds to the sun. And when I start talking about undertone, that's when people tend to kind of glaze over and go, okay, you lost me. All skin tones, whether ivory, beige, or bronze, will trend either warm, cool, or neutral. And if your skin undertone is cool, then you're gonna look great in colors on the cool side of the color wheel. Your teals, blues, indigos, purples, plums, pink, you're gonna look beautiful in those shades. If you have a warm undertone, you wanna stick with the colors on the warm side of the color wheel. So your reds that trend orange, gold, yellows, lime greens, those colors are gonna look beautiful on a person with warm skin undertones. So if you have question about your skin undertone, you're like, I don't know how to tell my undertone. I made it super, super simple for you. I have put together a five questions, 1 minute quiz. So just comment quiz, and I will send the quiz to you, and then you can determine once and for all whether you have a warm, cool, or neutral undertone. And this is gonna help you narrow down your color choices. So I have a neutral skin undertone. So I have applied a shade that complements my green eyes. And so my base shade is gonna bring out that green and help it. I really want it to pop. Must-have shade number 4 is your accent eyeshadow. So this is going to be the deepest eyeshadow the darkest shade. And you're going to use it as an accent in your crease and in the outer corners of your eye and on your lash lines. And less is more when it comes to your crease shade. This is, again, supposed to create dimension and depth. And so I am going to go with a Merlot shade in the outer corners of my eyes. I like to go just kind of the outer third corner and blend that in. So you see the difference? This eye really, the dimension and definition in this eye versus this eye, it pops. And again, I've chosen a darker shade. It's sort of a red wine color. Just a deep, think like a Merlot. Okay. So once I've applied my accent shade, I can blend that out with my blending brush. So here we are, 4 colors. Now must-have shade number 5 is your highlight shade. Now I love my highlight shade because it is so versatile and I can use it to really create some nuance on my face. But first, let's put it on our eyes. So your highlight shade is going to be the lightest shade, a light neutral shade. Now this is going to generally follow just beneath your brow bone and the inner corners of your eyes. And you'll notice that I also take it right where I created those lines to kind of buff them out and blend them because we don't want any harsh lines. Okay, so you see how I've just sort of blended that in. Now, let me tell you why this highlight shade is so amazing. So not only can I use this shade on my brow bones, but I can use it on the top of my cheekbones to create a little more lift and highlight there. I can use it on my nose, create a little highlight on my nose, or slimmer looking nose. I can place it just at the Cupid's bow of my lip. And even on I use this shade everywhere, and even on just on my lip, just to kind of give it a little bit more of like a pouty look. Again, we are trying to create depth, dimension, interest, just a really dynamic look on our face. So there you have it, the 5 must-have colors. Your blush should be just try to match as closely to your naturally flushed shape. Your lip color, which should be at least 1 to 2 shades deeper than your natural lip color, or in my case, since I'm about to go film an interview, it needs to be a little bit deeper because I really want my message to pop. Must-have color number 3, your base eye shade, base eyeshadow complementary to your eye color. An accent shade to create dimension and depth, and a highlight shade to create brightness and lift. If you would like access to my placement guide for these 5 must-have colors, along with my ultimate makeup shopping list, then go ahead and comment Makeover, and I will send you my ultimate makeup makeover, the high performer's guide to camera ready makeup. And this is my gift to you.